So it is with great pleasure to have the opportunity, to know Lydia. We met in the summer.
Yeah, in the summer.
I was speaking at an event actually at the BBC, and you came up to me afterwards, and you were like, I've created this research. I'm so passionate about it, but I just need to put it out into the world, and hopefully it will just resonate and stick with people, and something will be done with it.
So welcome to the launch of the Black Pound report. It's been with me for a long time. I remember years ago when I used to live in Kingston, where my good friend lives, and I remember walking into Bentall's just to ask, well, have you got some makeup? And they said, oh no, we only got the normal colours. I was like, normal colours? What does that mean? And she's like, oh, I didn't really mean it like that. You just have to cut London. I was like, okay. And I said to my friend, she's an Irish girl, I said, wouldn't it be nice one day to be able to walk into a hairdresser's for you and I to both have our hair done in the same place? I'm a business coach, diversity advocate. I've also presented on Different Kind of Woman TV show on Sky to coach teams at the Daily Telegraph, and that was a great stint, a good 3 years plus. And also at Channel 4, been featured in Pride as an entrepreneur to watch. Obviously I've got Saatchi and campaign featured on the reports. Listen, I want this to be interactive. I'm not here to talk at you, because those types of presentations bore the hell out of me. So if you've got questions, just raise your hand and we can speak as we go through, all right? So out of our respondents, well, we asked a question: how do you feel about the representation across television, media, advertising, so on and so forth? And we had 66% that said they're not fully satisfied. They didn't say completely disappointed. How are you feeling? Do you feel really valued as a consumer? By show of hands, please show me. Who feels completely really valued? Do all of you work? So I've got one person. That's good.
Being an LGBT Asian male.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, also partly how I'm thinking about it in my head. And I'm not that disgruntled comparatively.
Yeah.
I just choose to shop slightly more independently, where I can build those relationships with small businesses and feel that they deserve our money.
We were trained, and you were trained not to look at gender and color and anything. And before you go to the shop floor, you were trained for a month. So they created this culture of everyone is the same, everyone kind of has the same pocket size, you don't know. But my point, I think it's brilliant that you're doing this.
When you went there and they didn't cater for you, don't get me wrong, I think the way you were treated was wrong, it shouldn't have happened. But I do think companies should be allowed to create things for a particular niche.
I think it's about focusing on how we can continue to add value whilst creating a new standard. And if that means that we need to add 8 more black people to the ASOS website, it needs to happen.
Even down to schooling choices, we never knew about the reason why you go to a certain school. We always went to the school we could get into, rather than be put into a school which will actually help our financial growth, and then be taught financial freedom. Just like you said now, those elderly people are now dying. Internet now come into action, the world is shifting, and now we are starting to be enlightened about financial freedom, and now it's time to start teaching the young generation.
There's 2 different things, because my kids are financially savvy and they both have pensions. That's from me, and not one of them is over the age of 25. So I've sorted them out, but that's not because of access.
I think also your circumstances may well have played a part in that, working for an organisation like the BBC, where part of the attraction is those benefits. I worked at the B, but I know that they're not the best salaries in the world, but things like your pensions, etc., are really strong. So having sold that made you more aware of it. So part of it is what we encounter in our day-to-day lives.
Remember when I worked for John Lewis, my experience was completely different. We had a situation there where I think up until 2004 there were no black managers, and that consistently the black employees were being paid less, and the only reason they would get
We have. All our ancestors, all the people that came before
want to see is that you can make a difference and step that bit more forward. I've got to thank M&C Saatchi because this is a huge organisation taking a step into Lydia and what she's doing. And this is a big step for me to see this today. I come from Luton to see this because I love this woman. Yeah? Keep moving forward, everybody. Get behind this. Refine it. Put it out there. Grow on it. Move it forward and see the power in investing in our own community along with the mainstream, because Saatchi is the mainstream. Yeah? So let's just do it together. You guys are taking me somewhere where I could never hope to go in my lifetime. And I'm really grateful to be here to see this today. No, I mean that honestly.
To take seriously what my vision is. Okay, so number one. And then number two, for people to actually, they say without a vision, people perish, right? So the fact that people shared the vision, and that when I spoke to people, it felt like electricity. Does that make sense? Every time I spoke to somebody about, hold a minute, do you know how long the pound lasts in the black community? Not even a day. 6 hours.
I'm hearing people at this, that level, I'm thinking, wow, I didn't know that there's somebody up high in the BBC in a certain level and high in another organisation. We need the community to know about that, to give us aspirations, not only for the young, but for older people as well. So one thing is put the ladder down. When there are opportunities within your workplace, spread the word amongst our community so we can get a foot in the door, because a lot of us don't even know where to begin.
If everyone in this room shared with at least 10 friends, you know, that would really get it out there. So if we could all share it with friends, family, that would be really important, really useful.
Thank you.
And I pledge to get you and your report in front of people that can actually really take this and really take it out into the mainstream by working directly with the clients that we work with.
I pledge to work with BAME influencers to bridge the social media gap. There is a huge disparity when it comes to the value seen in influence within the black and ethnic audience and also audiences outside of the black audiences. So I pledge to help educate influencers to create a business and a revenue stream out of social media.
Thank you.
I work as a careers advisor and I'm always saying to young people, get out there, do a business. So my pledge, I think, is to work with young people when I go into schools, invite maybe you to come into schools and talk to young people about how to build themselves financially, how to, feel empowered.
I created a billboard campaign. To put black women out there in the mainstream. So I pledge to continue doing that.
Name the campaign?
It's called Project Embrace Visibility. And I pledge to take this report to all the potential sponsors that I go to say, look, this is actually data to show that more representation is needed. So I'll just spread it on social media and to my potential sponsors.
Thank you.
Because I run an event tech startup, and I think what I could do is whatever events you would have in terms of this, we could help promote it, organize using our event recovery app in order to be able to reach more people and have more people network. So we could have pretty much like a place where we have more black and more BAME people in there for us to be able to know what we all do, and we can use that to actually buy and sell things with each other.
What we need to get out there to our people is about the black pound, is about how much we're spending and how much we're just not saving, and how to make a difference within our own community. So I pledge to back you 150,000%.